How's it going, everybody? My name's Cody. Just out here fishing right now.
Where'd you take us?
Well, we are out on a famous St. Joe River right now. I don't know the exact location, but we've already caught 2 pike today. It's actually the middle of the day, so it's actually kind of weird. But just out here casting, see if we can catch any pike. Got weeds. That counts.
So why'd you bring us to this inlet?
It's inlet, so I pretty well know the river, and that inlet right over here, it actually goes into a big pond called Turtle Lake. I don't know why they call it a lake, but it's a pond. And it comes out through here into the river, and it shows, I see a whole bunch of bass in there and stuff, and pike. So I figured we can come over here and go fish it. And right now it's almost 1 o'clock, and we've already caught 2 pike. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good spot. There's a whole bunch of weeds here and logs, so that's where the pike like to hang and all that stuff. So.
What lure are you using?
Well, I'll bring my lure and I'll show you guys. I'm using a Daredevil. That's my favorite brand to use. But I don't know the name of the lure. But a Daredevil, that's what it looks like. I use a 3/4 ounce lure. I don't want it too big, but I also don't want it too small. So, yeah.
And what pole are you using?
My pole, I don't go out and go buy expensive poles. My pole is a Quantum, what is that? The Quantum, for sure. It's a N24. It's a lighter rod. The Quantums, they're cheap rods and reels, but they work really good. This actually came in a combo, so.
Any suggestions for fishers, for fishermen on this river?
So, well, it just depends on what you're fishing for. If you're fishing for pike, you want to go look for weeds and stuff, because they love the weeds. They hide in the weeds to get other fish. And for bass, you also want weeds because they're also predator fish. But they also like rocks, smallmouth bass, because there's a lot of crawdads. That's a lot of crawdads here, so they hang on that. Now, if you trout fishing, which is the most popular fishing for here on the St. Joe, you want to go up to like Avery, which is way up there, closer to Montana, the Montana border. That's where you catch most of them. But I like to use flies. I fly fish up there. I like to use rooster tails. Rooster tails are really good up there, but you gotta have barblets up there, or you can go to jail for it. But up there, if you're fishing for trout, they like to hang in where the rapids slow down in a deep hole. That's a good place for if you're using rooster tails. If you're using flies, rapids are all good. So.
Any pointers or tips for anyone? Along in this deeper water area? But how deep does this river get?
Well, some spots it does get to 60 feet. Found out the other day. And then most of it's anywhere from 30 to 20 feet deep. Not that deep. So, but for pike, you always want to use a steel leader. They have really sharp teeth. So if you use a steel leader, they won't bite through your line. So I would definitely use that.
What about the net?
Nets, you want to use, we made the mistake when we first started pike fishing of buying a normal net that has, the net was made out of rope instead of rubber. So we went ahead and bought a rubber net that had, instead of rope, it was rubber. So
why was it a mistake?
Because the pike would bite right through the stuff, the net, and we didn't want that to happen because we lost some pike doing that. So we went ahead and bought a rubber net. Now, yes, they're a lot more expensive. They're, instead of $20, $30 for a rope net, they're about almost $100 for a rubber net. But they are definitely a lifesaver. So, but and you don't want to use lightweight line. I personally use 8-pound line. It's not the most expensive, but it works really good. My sister uses 10-pound line, and so.
Why do you want to use thicker line?
It's because those pike get really, really big. I'll go ahead and show you the pike I caught here soon, because it'll show you how big pike really get. They get really, really big. And some pike people catch, that's actually considered a small pike. If you go fish like in Canada, that's considered a small pike. But up here, that's a nice pike, where I'm going to show you here soon. But, it's kind of hard to catch pike right now. Yes, I've caught 2 already, but it's just because I know where to go fish. A lot of people around here know where to fish for pike and stuff. You just gotta go ask around. But I really like fishing here. It's really fun fishing for these pike and bass and stuff. So, okay, guys, we're gonna go and stop fishing for now. I'm gonna show you guys my pike here that we just caught. Now, this is, I think, my longest pike I caught. So it's a pretty good size one. Now, with pike, you never want to grab them by their teeth, their mouth, because they have really sharp teeth. Or gills.
He sounds like a spider.
Or gills, because they are really, they got sharp gills. And they're really slimy too, so what we do is probably the best thing to do if you're not going to keep it is we got it by the eyes, but we keep most of our pike because we like to eat them. But that's my pike right there.
Why do you grab it by the eyes?
Because, well,
hold that up a little bit more. Let me see that.
Because these pike teeth are really, really sharp. See how sharp those teeth are?
Oh, yeah.
And they have a really strong bite. They're kind of like the Idaho gar, if you think about it. And then their gills are really sharp too. So, we just grab them by the eyes because we keep 90% of our pike. If we're not going to keep the pike, then we'll grab them by the bodies. But that's pretty hard because they're pretty slimy. So, yeah. We got a big live well here. It's like a 100-gallon live well. So, yeah. But, there's my pike. We caught one up there earlier, but it was only that long. So, we threw it back. Okay guys, so I was showing you the tips about how to fish for pike, bass, and trout. Where I fish, the fish I caught today. So now we are going to go back to my river lot. I'm going to show you guys how I flay my fish. See you guys later.